Baptists are often suspicious of the word catechisms, and for good reason, because Baptists have often seen in more formally ritual-based churches a form of catechism which is about preparing children to be able to come through confirmation. And so many Baptists out of the believers' church tradition have been suspicious of even the word catechism. And I think that there's some reason to be wary sometimes when it comes to catechisms, because I've seen situations where sometimes parents have used catechisms in a way that unintentionally communicates to children that the Christian life is hyper-cerebral, and that the Christian life is about knowing the right answers to certain questions and being able to rattle off answers to whatever the questions are. That need not be the case, though, with catechisms. Catechisms are designed to give a structure for parents as they're thinking about what's the whole counsel of God. What does my child need to be instructed in and to know? They're not infallible. They're not some way comparable with Scripture, but they can be a handy tool. And so I would compare catechisms with gospel tracts. A gospel tract can often be a good sort of coaching framework for someone sharing the gospel. But obviously, if you're sharing the gospel with someone, even if you're using that basic structure of the tract or the evangelistic program, you're going to want to anticipate certain particular responses. So if you're going through the plan of salvation and you realize you have someone who's dealing with a deep sense of guilt and doesn't think that God would ever receive her, then you're going to want to emphasize more God's mercy and the wideness of God's mercy. If you're talking to someone who's got skepticism about did Jesus really rise from the dead, you want to deal more with those questions of the historicity of the Bible, and we adapt to that. I think the same thing is true with catechisms. There are many good catechisms out there that can give you the framework, and as long as we don't think this is all I need to do, and as long as we're able to adjust and to recalibrate when we need to with specific issues that need to be emphasized more or in a different way with our children, then catechisms can be very beneficial.